Welcome back, YouTube friends. This is eSIM Studios. Got a case review. This is the Ringke Fusion case for the S25 Ultra. Yes, you see another color. That's correct. This is my third S25 Ultra. No, they did not send me any Ultras. Purchased these with my own money. It's how much I love these devices. Have the black, have the blue, and then I have the silver white in the other room, but brand new color, never been shown on this channel before, so wanted to show it with. I was gonna have had this case for about a week. I had ordered this one, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna wait and review this when I get the blue one in, so we can show what the blue one looks like in here and the black one looks like in here. Now this is the matte clear version. They have a completely clear one that is completely see-through. They have one that has a MagSafe ring in it, and then they have the matte version, which, as you can tell, kind of see-through, not really. I prefer this because it does not really show fingerprints. If you get the completely clear one, it shows a ton of fingerprints. It says anti-yellowing. Of course, I don't have my phones long enough, honestly, to know if this will turn yellow or not. So I can't really test that right now. What turns these yellow? Two things that works against me when seeing if these claims are correct. What turns it yellow is UV light. So outside, if you use the clear cases outside a lot, that's what turns it yellow. If you use them inside, it will not turn yellow. It's just the UV light from the sun is what turns this yellow. So, I really don't have my devices long enough to test the anti-yellowing effect, but this is very cool. Now, long subscribers of the channel that have been subscribed for a while know I don't like clear cases simply because of the fact that they do show fingerprints. However, this matte clear one, I think if you're in the same boat as me where you don't really like clear cases because they show fingerprints, trust me, you're going to want to get this one. Well, I'm not going to say zero fingerprints, but it basically eliminates 90% of fingerprints. So I think you're going to like this. And if you have a nice looking S25 Ultra, it's going to show the color, which is nice. So very cool. Now, look at this color real quick. Very nice. It looks like a... So this is interesting. It in some light, and it looks different in from the naked eye compared to on videos or in pictures. It's in some lights it looks light purple, in some lights it looks nice and blue, in some lights it looks silver white. So it kind of has like a, not even a two-tone, it kind of has like a three-tone look to it, and I'm trying to move it to where you might be able to catch it, but it does look different in person with the naked eye. Now if you want to check these out, go to Best Buy. Best Buy has, I think, majority of the colors, not the Samsung exclusive colors. You can only get that on Samsung.com. But the regular 4 colors, they do have those in stock. So if you want to go check them out, just go into your local Best Buy and give them a look. So absolute, just striking. The visuals of this device are freaking beautiful, man. I really, really like this phone now that I've been using it for about 2 weeks now. God, it's badass. Not only it looks beautiful, but the operating system, very, very nice, right? Very nice. So let's move this to the side so we can focus on here. So this is the Ringke Fusion Matte Clear case. So what you're going to get with this is a 2 constructions. It's going to have 2 materials. So it has a TPU, as you can tell, I'm flexing the sides. TPU around the border of the device has a TPU, which is nice and semi-soft. But look, it's not really squishy, but it is soft enough where you can flex it, which makes it nice and easy to put the case on and off, take it in and out, right? And then it's polycarbonate on the back, which is a PC polycarbonate, which is more of a more firm, less flexible material, right? But that's what gives it its rigidness, so it doesn't flex when it drops and hits the ground with that inertia of the impact. You do not want your device to flex at all. That's what cracks the screen, the glass, front or back. But you want it to be cushioned when it hits the ground. So you want the border to cushion it, which is what it does because it's flexible and softer. And then you want the rigidness of the back plate to not flex and that's what also helps prevent the device glass from cracking. So interesting case here. So what we got is lanyard cutouts on both sides. So one thing Ringke does, sorry, I had fuzz in my eye. One thing Ringke does that I like that other companies don't, you can get this for $15, so it's rather inexpensive, but they do not cut corners. Normally when you buy cheap cases, they cut all sorts of corners and they just throw something out there to sell. Not with Ringke. Ringke is a US-backed company, so they were founded in the United States, and their headquarters are in the United States. Support Ringke. This is one of the few case companies. I have like 3 or 4, and now they did not send this to me. I purchased this with my own money. Link will be in the description. Ringke is one of the 3 to 4 case companies that I always buy for my phones, right? I always buy a number, probably say about 4 cases, my go-to cases, no matter what phone I get, boom, boom, boom. I go on Amazon and just order them even before the phone gets to me. That's how much confidence I have in Ringke, because they give you a inexpensive product, but again, they do not cut the corners on details. Very detailed and articulate design went into this. So cutouts for a lanyard on both sides, getting back to that. That's important because on a lot of the other similar inexpensive cases, you may not even get it cut out for a lanyard at all. The lanyard is like the little wristband that you can connect in here. A lot of times it's just on the right side. Well, what if you hold your phone with your left hand like I do? I'm right-handed. I write with my right hand, but I always hold my phone in my left hand. So a lanyard cutout, if I used a lanyard or a wristband, would not help on the right side. I don't normally hold my phone with my right hand. So Ringke putting a cutout on the left side is crucial, right? Now, here's the other thing you get. You get superior construction. So nice big air pockets. You can even see them through the top right here on all 4 corners. Huge air pockets, like airbags, right? For the impact. Now, you're not really going to get one on this one because it has, on this corner because it has the S Pen, but precise cutout, nice and big, no issues there. We'll test it out. Cutout for the speaker, nice big cutout for the USB Type-C and the microphone at the bottom. And then you get nice cutout for the speakers up top. And are these buttons cut out? Believe slightly, yes. Now check this out. Check this detail out. That's what I'm talking about. Power button, volume down, volume up. Now, if you notice something, each button is machined different. So this is a grooved, your power button is grooved. Hear that? You can see it right there. This is grooved. You see that? This is completely flat, the volume down, and then the volume up has a one little dot on there. Now, why is that important, right? Well, if you have your phone in your pocket, I use this example a lot because it happens to me all the time. If you go to the store, you got your phone in your pocket, you're minding your own business, somebody comes up and asks you a question, you got your earbuds in, you're like, what? Well, I don't want to pull my phone out and be rude, right? And then look at my phone and mess with the volume. So sometimes if somebody asks me a question, I'll just stick my hand in my pocket and I will search for the volume down button to turn the volume down so I can hear what they're saying. Yes, I jam my music very, very loud. So I'm like, damn it. Sometimes I'll turn it up on accident because I don't know where the volume down button is, or sometimes I'll keep on hitting the power button thinking it's the volume, and I'm like activating the camera. So this is imperative because now you know which button you're pushing. You're pushing if it's in your pocket or you're not looking at your phone, right? That you know is volume up. That a flat, clean, smooth surface that you know is volume down. And then, there's the power button. It's grooved. So little things like that, just very few case companies do that. So I want to give a shout out to Ringke for and they do that to all their cases, not just the Fusion case, all their cases. Now, they do add, before we put it on, they do add a little extra material, as you can tell, around the top corners and bottom corners. So they actually raise it up, as you can tell right here. See, whoop, it goes up like this, just a little bit, not a lot. And then it does the same thing here. As you can tell, it goes up like this. So they're protecting those corners. Probably not 99%, but 90 to 95% of drops are going to hit a corner. So it's nice that they add extra material on these corners. And another example, here on the back, a little more. They put a little strip of TPU on these corners, right? Just right there, just right there. Not only that, but let's put it in. When you lay it down, you're not going to scratch your camera. Now, since this is new, let's go ahead and put the blue one in there. See what it looks like. Goes in nice and easy. Make sure all the corners are on properly. Boom. Wow. So again, it allows you to see the color of your device without leaving fingerprints. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So nice. And I'll put the black one in too. Nice precise cutouts there for your microphones up top. Obviously nice and precise cutouts for the buttons. You got your labeled there, Ringke, at the bottom right. And then you have, see how precise those are? Let's try this S Pen. Boom, look at that. Nice and easy. No issues there. And you have a nice and flush side right here, minus the cutout for the lanyard. Man, that looks nice. Now, camera protection. As I mentioned before I put this on, so I reviewed the Samsung, what was it, Kind suitcase the other day, and very frustrated with that because the cutouts for the camera sensors on the Samsung Kind suitcase, it was flush with the cameras, meaning the material, the cutout around it did not sit higher than the sensor, right? You want it to sit a little higher than the sensor. You do not want it to be completely flush or flat with the camera sensors, because when you lay your phone face down, what if you're at a picnic gathering, at a picnic barbecue, right, family gathering, and you know those benches out there in the parks, public parks, they're like pea stone or gravel benches or whatever you want to call it. Well, that's not a flat surface. So yeah, there's going to be little rocks and little tiny pebbles that are not on a flat surface that if you look at it really, really, really close, some pebbles are higher than others. So if you have a flush case that are flush with the sensors, you lay your phone down, you move it a little bit, you're going to scratch that sensor, right? You are going to scratch that sensor with the Samsung or with other cases that are flush. This case, not the case, no pun intended, because the cutouts here, as you can tell, they add a little material, a little height to the border of the cutout here for these sensors. So it does sit maybe a millimeter higher, and that's all you need. Look, you don't need a lot, just a little bit. And I think this is perfect. But also, they add a little raised part here in this corner. See what I mean about there? It's the little things. That's the detail with Ringke. They put a little tab right here, just a tiny bit. You don't even notice it when you're holding it. And a little tab right there. Well, that is so when you lay your phone face down, there's no wobbling. Look at this. Watch. There's a little wobble with this one. See that? That's a perfect example right here. See how wobbly that is? Now look at this. Just a tiny bit, but nothing like this one. Just a teeny tiny bit, but nothing like this. This one rocks back and forth like a damn boat. This one just barely. I mean, not enough to annoy you. Let's see here. Front screen. Let's check this out. So, I mentioned that. Now, does it cover? I mean, excuse me. Is it? Yes. So. The border of the, damn, I just put a screen protector on here and look at that. It's already messing up, so I have to take that screen protector off. That's not the case's fault. When I installed this screen protector, it was off to the left. So like, damn it. So disregard that. I'm going to order another one. I was in a hurry when I installed it, and it installed off-center to the left. So that's why it's pushing up on that screen protector. This case should not push. If you line your screen protector up perfect, you're not going to have an issue like this unless you have your screen protector off-centered, but you'll have an issue with that with any case, not just this one. Now look, it comes up ever so slightly, up here, raised ever so slightly. Nice. See how much it raises? A little bit, just up and over the screen. So it protects your device, your display, if you lay it face down. And there's a little lift on these sides as well. So laying it face down on that park bench or any other surface, you're not going to scratch the display if you move it around, right? So let's check the black one out and see what it looks like. Make sure all four corners are on. Boom. Wow. You know what? It makes the black one almost look silver or gray, doesn't it? Because this is a jet black. I mean, this is like Batmobile black, like the matte black. I mean, that is, look at that, matte black. That is pretty freaking black. And then you put this on there and it kind of makes it look gray. So it kind of gives it a cool, kind of nice shade of black that I really like. Cool. Very nice. And then you can see obviously the black, because this is the matte, which changes the color of the device, but then when you turn it sideways, that's the true color, because this TPU that borders the device is completely 100% transparent. Yeah, this looks dope. I really like this. So, and again, I do not like clear cases, and I love this thing. So I think I'm going to keep it on this black one today and use it on this one. I've been using it on multiple, the silver, white, and the black one since, well, excuse me. I've been using it on here the last day or two. But I think I'm going to keep it on this. So anyways, very nice case. Perfect case for office, home, studio, even going to the gym. Now, here's the big question. What about going to that park bench? What about going to outdoor activities? What about going to SeaWorld, Fiesta, Texas? What if you work in construction, right? I got a lot of experience in that, being an ex-truck driver, right? Used to deliver to construction sites. Guys at the site will always have those huge bulky cases, and look, I get it. Now I haven't driven for about 5 years, but 4 or 5 years, but that's always a question. And trust me, there are a lot of people that watch these videos that do have jobs that, and even if you don't work construction, that work outside in an outdoor environment where you do want to keep your device protected. Now, personally, if you're asking me what I would do, I would use if I had to go to Fiesta, Texas, or I did work a outside job where I was outside all the time, I would use a different case if that were me personally. But could you get away with using this case outside? I would say yes, but my heart would probably skip a beat if I did drop it on concrete or at a work site where, there's a bunch of jagged edges. My heart would probably skip a beat watching it in slow motion if it hit the ground, or if I dropped it. But look, you could get away, but I'm not sure. I would personally use a little thicker case just to give you a little more protection if I worked outside or if I was going to SeaWorld. But just going and running your random and daily errands, I think you'll be fine with this. Keeping it in the home and when you go outside. So I know not many people are like myself, and we'll get out of here on this, but I know I'm not like anybody else because I've never heard anybody, besides myself do this, but I have a case. Now, typically, as of recently, sometimes I'll go caseless. I've been doing that a lot more lately where when I'm inside the home or the office or the studio, I'll just use my phone like this, right? No case, nothing. They've gotten a lot more durable over the years, specifically the last about 1 to 2 years. So today, I'll probably just, go without, but I'll typically use a thin case inside the home, office, and or studio or gym. And then when I do go get in my car to run errands or whatever it is, a task or an activity, I'll put a thicker, more protective case on. So whenever I leave the home, I will change my case. And then in the home, so I have cases I use outside the house and I have cases I use inside the house, which I know sounds crazy, but it is what it is. That's why we have the best case reviews on YouTube. I don't care what you say. I get a lot of crap for having 15-minute case review videos. You could have crammed all that into 5 minutes. I could have, but that's what every other channel does. We're not every other channel. We do. I love cases, accessories, phones, technology. So I'm going to pour my heart out, pour my information out that I have in my brain, all my thoughts in these videos, because you might be, just as much enthusiastic about these accessories as I am. So, we can connect there, those people. If you're expecting a 5-minute review, well, I don't know. You can skip forward, but it is what it is. But anyways, I just try to give you the most extensive case reviews possible because it does mean something, right? It's not only protective, but stylish. So it's a multi-purpose. It serves multi-purpose. So anyways, no more rambling on. Please, please, please subscribe to the email. Got a ton of case reviews on the way for this S25 Ultra and for the iPhone 16 Pro Max, Pixel 9 Pro XL, OnePlus 13. We got them all here, and appreciate the time, and I'll check you on the next one. Peace.